And hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Trace Amigos Talk Show, where I'm joined every week with my good friends, the Bearded Chief and the Tactical Santa. We are so happy and so thankful that you are joining us tonight. Welcome. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you're wearing in beard or on skin. It doesn't matter. We'd love to hear from you. Guys, I am so excited for tonight. How are you two doing, my good friends?
Go ahead, Santa.
Yeah, doing really good. My week's been really good this week. Just working on some stuff. Trying to just started the process to get Tactical Santa trademarked. So working on the shirts, the hats, getting trademarked, making sure I'm legal, not stepping on any toes. But other than that, having a great time. Tried some great products this week, and excited to talk to our guest tonight.
Well, I've had a pretty good week. A lot of good gym sessions in. Building some outdoor furniture all day today. My baby shower, my daughter's baby shower is next week. So the wife's got me cleaning everything up and making everything pretty. But I want to tell you guys, I'm at war right now. I keep my car clean, right? My truck clean. I like to detail my cars all the time. I've got these robins in my carport. And they leave their little nest and sit on my mirror. And they just do their business all over my mirror. And I clean it. Next day, it's back. So I think I'm going to get them with some Vaseline just smeared all over that mirror so they fall off. I don't want to hurt them. Just want to let them know.
Chief's going to have Pete at the house.
Man.
Poor Robin, they're just looking for a place to go.
Yeah, there's all the room in the world. Why you got to pick my mirror?
And this isn't a cheap plug, guys, but you just reminded me. The robins. People associate robins with Christmas. Cheap plug, right? And I actually did a video. Well, robins, they used to call in England the mail carriers. They wore reds. They called them robins. So they had started, and when they were delivering Christmas cards, people associated. Anyway, so a little bit of history nerd there.
Yeah.
Well, guys, look, I'm excited. I know y'all show on Monday Night Mayhem is doing phenomenal. I hear it's the #1 show Monday nights. I'm excited for you guys. I hope you keep going. Hey, I'm speaking the truth out here, man. It's what I hear through the grapevine. But guys, we are. I look forward to Thursday night. Get to hang out with Chief and Dino, guys. It is. I don't want to say it's the highlight of my week, but it's the highlight of my week, guys. I'm looking forward to it. So, guys, make sure you check in Sundays, Monday Mayhem, and of course every Thursday the Trace Amigos Talk Show.
Santa, before you start, I'm a little starstruck by our guest. I got to tell you, just a little.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you. It's our first $1 million company on the show. At least that's what I keep hearing. Oh, they see Cory in this nice work area, and he's $1 million company, even though he's always the only one working there, him and his wife. So but we'll talk more about that here in a minute. Let's say hello to our lovely visitors here and the people who make the show great. The bearded elf himself, Jordan, checked in earlier. He'll catch us on the replay. We appreciate you, brother. The Bane Beards, Lens. What's up, brother? Chief, would you mind showing that cup again?
Oh, I would not mind at all.
Guys, look at this. Look at this. And can you tell where everybody can go to get something made like that?
Yes, I could. Sawdust and Sparkle Creations, Bane Blends. Jacob, his wife, makes these cups by hand, about 20 hours. Come on. Beautiful work. Let's go.
There you go. It is a beautiful work of art.
I got my order in. Can't wait.
Nice. I guess I got to get on. Hey, Alan. How you doing, brother? Santa Alan. Good to see you, man.
Smoking
on, Tony Spray Ray. All right. Thy Nothing King. 30 Spray J. All right. Jacob. What's up, brother?
Hey,
love that hat, man. I was looking at you in that hat today. Hey, exciting. What's up, brother? Baker? What's up, brother? There she is. Hey, Ronnie. Hope you're feeling better. I saw that you posted that you were a little under the weather. I hope you're feeling better. Yes. All right, guys. Jim, what's up, brother? Hey, Melissa, thank you so much.
What's happening?
Guys, don't forget Melissa's show. She knows. Jump on and check her out as well. She's a good friend to us and the community as a whole. All right. You actually beat Baker to the chat. Yeah, no, I don't know why it does that sometimes. You can be the first one in and it'll, yeah. But hey, John Fox, what's up, brother? Jeff Hyman. What's going on, brother? Hey, Stacy. Woo. I was thinking about you today. Who did I see? I think somebody did a little review. Was that Dumbledorable? I think did a review. Yeah, an unboxing. I hadn't watched it yet, but I saw the little. I need to go back and I need to go watch it.
I think he chewed the box open, Santa.
Hey, do whatever you got to do. Yeah. The company I work for now, that's our motto: is whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
All right. Hey, what's up, brother?
Ricky.
I got to get on. I don't want to say it because it's almost a curse. I knocked a bottle of oil over, Flaming Beard oil over, and busted all over. My bathroom smells good. So I gave it a proper burial, and I need to get on and get some more.
It's a bad day.
What's up, Bearded Sasquatch? Bearded Squatch. What's up, brother? Oh, Jacob again. Johnny, there he is. What's up, Nate? Hey, got something for everybody here in just a minute. Dino and Chief don't even know about, but I love surprises.
Come on.
What's going on, Tyson? All right, Chris. I'm sorry, Tyson. I was talking to Tyson before the show. Forgive me. Oh, okay. Let me see. Chris, it's good to have you on here, man. I always appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Babysitter Jess. And I may or not be on some pain meds tonight, guys. So Santa had another root canal today. I'm getting about tired of root canals.
Oh.
So that's 2 in about a month. A couple of weeks, yeah. So all right. Hey, there she is. Hey, Tara.
Hello, Tara.
Now we can get started.
Yep. That's
Bob and Terry's here.
That's it.
Hey, Frankie. Man, I always appreciate your support, brother.
Big time.
Hey, what's up there, Papa Beard Cove? I think he just got done with a cruise. I think him and his wife just got back from a cruise. All right. I think, guys, look who that is.
Hello.
What are you doing on here tonight? Guys, just when you think you get down to the end, it just keeps scrolling.
That's a good thing.
It is. It really is. All right, guys. I think we're caught up. And unless you guys got something else, I say we get ready to bring our guest on. But I got a quick surprise to introduce our guest.
Okay.
If you guys are ready. This is the part I love that you guys don't even know. All right, guys. Hang tight with me. Let's do this little special introduction. Not that one.
What can we say about Cory? No. Never looked at him as a pillar. He's more of a foundation to this whole community and the beard community. He's been doing it 9 years his way, and I respect the hell out of that. He doesn't worry about trendy things. He knows what works, and he applies it to his company, and it works for him. And Cory, hats off to you. I love the direction that you're going. Keep going, and don't let the naysayers push you another way. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep trucking along. You'll do good. I think this is going to be your year, Hoss. Cheers.
Hey, Cory and Hannah. What in the F? I'm just kidding. Got to keep it clean for YouTube. You guys, just wanted to pop in here and just say I'm so grateful and humble for our friendship. It's been amazing knowing you for, I think close to 5 years when, we were messaging back and forth maybe in 2020, even late in 2019. You were going on walks outside, doing your live streams like you always do. Now you're packing orders, which is amazing to see. You guys are just inspirations for so many people to run a business for 10 plus years, successful business, and continue to build and continue on that entrepreneur path is just inspirational and uplifting to so many people around you. Truly humbled and blessed for the friendship, and wish you many more years of success. Chat later.
Hey, what's going on? It's Nate here from Johnny Ray. Just wanted to hop on here and give a quick shout out to my man Cory over at Weatherbeard. Since day one, we've kind of just clicked and became friends. Over the course of the last few years, we've become best friends. And he's a genuine human. Just I don't know very many people that I can be my 100% authentic self around, and he is one of those people. So, Cory, I really appreciate you, brother. You're a really good friend. So.
Guys, help us welcome Cory Weatherby from Weatherbeard Supply Co. What's going on, Cory?
What's up, Cory?
Man, that was so cool. Got to see some of my best friends out there. We got my ride or die with Jacob there. Every time I go live on Instagram, I can always count on him to be there. So that was very, very special. I will come back to this stream just to watch that every now and then, because those are my people right there, man. That was, thank you. Thank you for that.
You are very welcome.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you for the surprise. That was really cool.
I enjoy surprising these two just as much as I do everybody else.
Man, I'm glad I didn't get the tears rolling there for a second. You started getting the feels. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That is always a goal.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I appreciate that. Very, very heartfelt. I'll have to reach out to all of them and say thank you for the video personally, but really cool to see stuff like that. That is actually one thing that's extremely gratifying about being a small business owner, is, especially in this capacity, is getting that direct feedback on the impact that I'm not only having on somebody's life from like, oh, you make my beard feel better, my wife likes the way I smell, but like, you've actually had an impact on improving my business. You've had an impact on me personally, developing myself as a human being, like people that look up to you, people that say you inspire them. You don't get that type of feedback. A lot of you guys know when you're an employee, like I was working in a factory, man, just to get a, hey, good job, man. Like that was, wow, really? You thought I did a good job? But like the level of communication that we can have here, especially in this beard care world where you got Sean and Nate, company owners, competition, that are just like, hey, dude, I love you, man. Like, that's the coolest thing ever. Right. I love
it. Well,
yeah, it does.
But yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I was putting this thing together this morning, because I kind of waited till late to ask these guys. So I really appreciate all three of them kind of jumping in and stepping out and stepping up and doing that. But before I turn it over to my two partners here, I just want to say, Cory, the reason what made me think of that is you made a comment on your lives, which I try to jump in as much as I can, but you made a comment that you kind of live a boring life, that I almost alluding to the fact that, I almost kind of felt like you didn't feel like you made that much of a impact in your daily life. Brother, I'm here to tell you, and I usually say this kind of stuff to the end, but you make a huge impact, not only to me, but to the community. I know to these two gentlemen right here, but to everybody out there. And we just are so excited to have you on. And with that said, I want to turn these questions over to these two guys, because I'm always excited to hear these questions.
Let's go.
Okay. Dino, I know you got some good questions. And I heard one earlier, and it's insane good. I just got my normal boring questions, but the first one is not this or that. How many push-ups did you get in today?
Push-ups today? I didn't do any.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no push-ups today. So on the contrary, My wife and I have been going to the gym Monday through Thursday at 6:30 in the morning until 7:15. She's part of a workout boot camp that lasts 8 weeks long. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, she does strength training. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, she does what's called HIIT training, or high intensity interval training. And so I go in the gym. Typically, I'll do 1 day of cardio, 1 day of lifting, cardio, lifting. And then on the weekends, given the weather, we usually go for like a 1 mile walk or something just at our local track to get some fresh air and sunshine. So to be fair, I have been working out, but I did drop the push-ups because I've been doing more like actual weightlifting at the gym.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're moving that body, right?
I can back this chair up right now. We can knock some out right now.
We don't have that much time.
We'll do a max set. Yeah, I'll get about 400 in a row. We'll be here.
Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah. Well, hey, you're a rock star in my eyes, and I'm just at awe with you right now, and I can't believe you're here with us. I appreciate it. Okay, you ready for your first this or that question?
You guys are really laying it on me thick, man.
We love you. That's why.
I'm just a dude, but I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot to me. But yeah, sure. Let's hit these questions.
Okay, Dino, I'm up first. Let's go. You ready?
Right.
All right. You got to swim across the river. Okay. Now, right. Would you rather swim across the river in an alligator-infested river wearing a raw meat suit? Okay. Or smash your shin on a trailer hitch every day for a week?
Oh.
No. Yeah. I suppose that I would choose smashing my shin on a trailer hitch every day for a week, because survivability kind of matters to me. I think I could live to spend some more time with my wife with a gimp shin.
What if it's the same shin?
Well, I see those guys that can kick trees with shins. I guess at some point your shin would just be like, all right, this is daily life now, man. Let's.
Fair enough. I'd take the Gators.
Gross going Gators.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You'd lose a lot more than a shin in a gator-infested pond full of meat.
You got to swim real fast.
Right.
Better be hustling.
All righty. Would you rather have your beard styled by a toddler with scissors or let a raccoon nest in it for a day?
Well, you'd have to find a very miniature raccoon for my beard at this point. I think I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna go raccoon. I don't trust a toddler with a scissor near my face. I have eyes too.
Right.
Oh, so I don't know though. You get a ferocious raccoon on your face, you could end up with some serious injuries there too.
Right.
You guys have some crazy this or that questions. I'm used to like Dan's this or that. Like, do you want Cheetos or Doritos? Like, not like getting clawed in the face or eaten by an alligator. All right, let's do some more.
Okay, this one's easy.
All right.
Would you rather have night vision or see-through walls?
I'd rather see through walls.
Oh, see, I'd rather have night vision. How cool would that be?
Night vision would help when you like got to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and you like, or you want to go get a night snack and you got to make your way down the hallway and not like trip over a cord. Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I just needed more time to think about it. I'm going to go night vision. Yeah.
Okay. Me too.
Yeah.
All righty. You're stranded in the wild. You only get 1 cent to keep your beard fresh. Campfire and cedarwood or citrus and sage?
I'm going campfire cedarwood.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a little bit more of a fan of cedar.
Right.
So.
Okay. I'm sure you've drank both of these. Okay. So you got to pick one. Would you rather drink aloe vera chunky juice or boba tea?
I'm going to go aloe vera chunky juice. Yeah.
Isn't it good?
Yeah, I've actually gotten some of that from Aldi. I remember back when I lived in Ohio, I got it.
Yeah.
The coconut water. There's all these cream hydration drinks. I'm like, what's this all about? It wasn't bad.
It's kind of weird drinking something that's got big chunks of something in it.
That is true. Citrus would keep the skeeters away. Now that I think about it, like, man, I just don't have enough time to react. These this or that's are so fast. Now, like, and then someone says something, I'm like, yeah, that's actually a good thought there. Citrus and sage. If it was more citrusy, I'd probably be into it.
Right.
But we'll see. Aloe is great, yeah. Boba is something I've probably only had once or twice ever.
The first time I drank
A lot
boba,
of boba around here.
it almost choked me with that. Yeah, because you don't expect that.
Yeah, not coming with a big straw.
Yeah, you don't expect it. You're like,
All right. You can only carry one item into the beard apocalypse. Your favorite Weatherbeard oil or a tactical comb made from dragon bone.
I'm going to go tactical comb. I mean, it's the apocalypse, bro. If I got to have something tactical.
Right?
I might get resourceful with it. Figure some other way to use it.
Heck yeah.
I like that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you rather be a millionaire with no friends or broke with one great friend?
I'd rather be broke with one really solid friend. 100%. Yeah, we can figure out how to make a little bit of money together.
Yeah.
I don't need $1 million. It's kind of where I'm at now. I mean, I'm not like broke, but we ain't at the $1 million yet. So,
All right. Would you rather have Jason Momoa wear your beard oil on set or get your logo tattooed on a WWE wrestler's chest?
oh yeah, I'm going WWE wrestler, 100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
that's so much advertising because they don't ever
Mhm.
wear shirts, man. It's like,
Right?
yeah,
That was a solid question.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Did
This
you guys come up with all these, or are these like some generated something? Because these are really creative questions. Okay.
They're creative, yeah.
Okay. This is my last question. It's not this or that. I want you to invent something right now.
I have absolutely nothing at this moment. Let's see. I would like to invent a robot in my shop that I could just ask it at will to help me formulate new products that have not yet entered the beard care market yet.
Would it have a voice?
Yes. It would be,
What would you call it?
I don't know, but it would have the voice of Samuel L. Jackson.
With the cuss words too?
Yeah, he'd be talking to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
When
I
I
love-
think of WWE, I think of Corey Tyson. Okay.
Yes.
I
Fair
think
enough.
I'd like to have a GPS in Samuel L. Jackson's voice.
There you go.
And you miss a turn and he yells at you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely, Chris, man. I welcome talks to this day, brother. If you ever want to chat, feel free to reach out to me, man.
Would you rather have a grizzly bear as your beard mascot or a wise old owl who critiques beard styles on TikTok?
I'll take the bear. I'll take the bear, yeah. I'm not even on TikTok, to be fair, so yeah. A bear logo. That's the logo of our local coffee shop, Martin's Coffee and Bakery. They're actually the ones who roast our coffee beans that we sell on our website for us. So
Nice.
And their logo is a bear. So
Nice.
Wow. A lot of good people in the chats here supporting you tonight, man. Thank you, everybody out there.
yeah, I appreciate all you guys.
So, real quick, I have never, ever, ever seen you in a bad mood or a negative light. How do you stay 100% positive?
Brother, that's just cultivating a positive mindset. I'm going to say number one, it's the people you surround yourself with. Number two, it's what you allow to go into your mind. You know, the things that you read, the things that you allow to be on your feed. And third, it just genuinely comes from a place of deep gratitude for where I'm at in my life. Like, I realize that at my age, in my position, is extremely rare. to literally be living the American dream. I mean, some people have different levels of what they consider to be success. Like the first day that I left my job, before I even knew if this was going to work out, I'll tell you guys this, man. This right here might send chills up some people's back. But the day that I left Honda, which was in 2019, I went to the gym to work out with my friend Tony. And when I got there, I walked in, started doing some dumbbell curls just to warm up, get the blood flowing. I kid you not, a lady who is an IFBB pro, she's an International Federation of Bodybuilders, she's just shredded. She gets off the treadmill, walks across the gym, takes off her headphones and say, "Hey, God wanted me to let you know that he's the way maker." I was like, I just left my job for the last day to go all in on my business. And like, you just come across the gym to say this to me unannounced. So yes. Utter confidence that everything was going to work out just fine. And it has. He has made a way for me, man. I mean, whether you guys believe or not, I believe there's a higher power out there watching over my life and directing me. And I am so grateful to be in the position that I'm in. So, yeah, that was crazy.
And you didn't know her?
I knew who she was, but it's not like we talked all the time or anything like that. I'd be like, "Hey, that's Lacey," you know, but she just, as soon as I walked in, she's like, "Hey, I had to get this off my chest. This is what you need to know." And I was like, "Well, given my situation, I want to let you know." Like, first, thanks for coming over here and saying that, because that just like totally took all the anxiety out of me. I mean, I had a lot of confidence built up anyways. Like the numbers, you know, looking back, like, okay, statistically, if I can put an extra 40 hours a week into my business, do craft shows, do all these different things, like we can figure it out. Right. But that was just like confirmation, like made the right choice, because that was totally out of the ordinary, you know, for somebody to walk up and just say that to you. You're like, all right, fair enough. Right. So I call those God winks, man, when things that are just like, things just click and they line up. Yeah, goosebumps, man. It is incredible, isn't it? I was sitting there like, just about hit the floor. Like, what? Yeah, okay, I will take that. So, yeah, I mean, another thing is that in high school, you know, I was a skateboarder kid, kind of an outcast. I was the scrawny little non-sports playing, non-jock kid. You know, I wasn't popular. So I definitely dealt with a lot of that teenage anxiety and depression, not fitting in, being kind of the awkward, overactive kid, you know. And I did deal with a lot of depression. So I know how that affects people. And if I can be a light or a positive influence in somebody's day, whether it's the tone of my voice, my energy, something I said, like just trying to keep it up, you know. I actually just listened to a video this morning from a guy that he said that it was shared from Robert Wyatt. Do you guys know him in the community? Guy with a huge braided beard. Yeah. So he put up a video, and it was just talking about a guy who was headed to jump off of the Golden State Bridge and had left a note back at his house that said, "I'm on my way to the bridge, and if I see one person on my way from my house to the bridge that will smile at me, I will turn around and not do it." And this was an investigator that had found this note in the person's house. So just the power of smiling at somebody or giving a positive word or being that person can literally be the difference in somebody's life, you know? So I never forget stuff like that. I know what it's like to go through the dark spots. And if I'm going to be on camera, especially, like, I'm going to make sure that I'm in a solid mind space before I get on there, so that whoever's watching can know that, like, everything's going to work out. Everything's okay.
Right.
Keep on going. So
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Guys, you know, I got a quick comment before we get going any further. You know, Cory does make a lot of statements on his live shows, and I take a lot of inspiration from a lot of things he says. But one of the things he always makes a comment, especially if I I'll try to make jokes and he'll talk about people being collectors. Guys, I don't know what he's talking about.
Me neither.
I have no clue because, I only got a citrus hollow. I got I got one here. I got one here, but I think these are all Weatherbeard products. I got one here. I got one here. I don't know what he's talking about as a collector. I got one here. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these. I got one here, but I sure enjoy. I got one here. I got some butter over here. But he keeps talking about this collecting thing, and I have no clue what he's talking about. Dino or Chief, you guys have any idea what he's talking about?
No, I only have like one or two products.
Yeah, that's good.
I actually, right before the show went on, I actually put it in order. So I'm going to be getting
I was looking. I saw the last name. I didn't recognize the first name that came through there. I was like, wait a second.
It's not quite Dino.
Yeah. I really, really appreciate that, man.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Yep. So before Dino gets in here, when I'm watching your lives, I really appreciate what are we doing here? I really appreciate the fact that your housekeeping is impeccable and you're always cleaning things and everything's stainless steel and squared away. That's very important.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah. I am married to Hannah, and that is a learned behavior. So I didn't have that when I lived with my brother as like just roommates out of high school. We shared an apartment there for a little while, and getting married changed that up pretty quick.
I wish I could teach those Robins that are taking their morning constitution on my mirror how to have some better hygiene and housekeeping. That's for sure.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, we keep the alcohol and the sanitizing wipes always on hand. Everything's in buckets to keep any dust from falling on anything. So
it's crazy because when I saw your first live that I ever watched, I saw the stainless steel and everything, and I come from a restaurant background, and when I look, I'm like, man, this looks like my cookie dough parlor, man. Everything clean, neat, everything's put away where it needs to be, lids on everything. Stainless is looking good, So yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, wow. Yep.
Yeah, I actually bought a lot of that from a website called webstaurant.com. So it was like a restaurant supplies website.
Right. Yep. So let me ask you this. So you're working on your 9th year, correct?
Yeah, it'll be 10 years in November.
Right. So what was the moment that you were like, you know what? I want to make beard care and grooming products. Like where did that come from? Where were you like, I got to do this?
Well, first, I grew a beard for the first time ever at 25 years old. So that was around like October. I was like, maybe I can get a jump start on No Shave November and actually have a beard, So come November, my face was itching like crazy, and I'm like, well, no wonder people shave their beards off. This sucks, man. Like, so I just Googled like, how do you fix an itchy beard? And then like all these little blogs, like Mom at Home, Mama Makes So-and-so blog. And it's like, you can make a beard oil with coconut and argan and peppermint essential oil. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, they sell this stuff at my local little health food store. I've seen it. I can go get some of these oils. And I just brought it home. I had like pine and peppermint and orange and just some like real basic essential oils there, and threw together a real simple blend. It was probably like a 50-50 blend of argan and jojoba. Yeah. And because I had read like these are really good. They're good for all skin. And I just remember like putting that on and like, okay, like that does help a little bit. I mean, it still itches from time to time, especially down on the neck area. You're getting poked by those little side hairs. But as far as what was up on my face, like that worked pretty good. And since it was No Shave November, I decided to make a couple extra bottles. I brought them to Honda with me, and a couple other guys were doing it. And I'm like, hey, check this stuff out. I just started making some bottles. They don't have labels or nothing, but it's just argan, jojoba oil, and some like natural essential oils. Give me a shot. See what you think. And guys were like, hey, that's really cool, man. I never heard of anything like that. Well, they told me. They're just like, I'm using it. I like it. My wife likes the smell. It feels pretty good. I've never had anything like this. Are you selling this stuff? Because if you're not, you should.
Right.
I mean, that's like one of the most common, boring startup stories, but I think that that's just genuinely how a lot of guys get into it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do a little research, you test some stuff on yourself, you give it to some friends and family, and they're like, hey, this is cool. Like, you should sell this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, love it, man.
Some of these chats, guys,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yep.
Real quick, and I just posted this up here, Corey. You know, I have a lot of respect for companies that don't have, and I have a lot of respect for a lot of companies out there. I don't get me wrong by saying this, and I hope this doesn't come out wrong, but companies that don't have 10,000 discount codes, you know, things like that. One of the discount codes that you are firm with, and somebody that you ride hard with, and I want to get your thoughts on this gentleman that I'm talking about, is Dan. Dan C10 will save you 10% at weatherbeardsupply.com. Dan means a lot to this show. We have the utmost respect for Dan C, all three of us. We hold him in the highest regards. But I know that you have a little more special relationship. And tell us how much he's helped you, how much he's taught you, how much he means to you, not only to the bearded community, but to Corey Weatherby and the Weatherbees in general.
All right. You guys can put this on record. Number one, I don't think that there would be a beard community without Dan C. Bearded.
Right.
I mean, you had Scuba and you had Dan, and there came a time, I think, where they did a stream together and they actually put out a challenge and said, hey, we challenge any of you guys to start putting out some content and do some beard product reviews and just give it a go. And then that's when couple other reviewers actually kind of popped out and started making some videos. A lot of people have come and gone throughout the years, and Dan has steadily stayed there. He's been growing. He's been building the influence, building the connections, and ultimately it's just that grit, that consistency of just improve, just get better, just keep going. And as a person who's been in business for 9 years and I haven't folded yet, I just have the utmost respect for anybody that just keeps on going. Like, whether the numbers were there, whether opportunities were there or not. You know, I just I read a post today that said, you know, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to start to be great.
Yeah.
So, but as far as what Dan has brought to the table for my brand, it's just unbelievable. From mentorship and consulting, product development, suggestions for the direction of my brand. You know, this whole essential oil thing that we're embracing now, a lot of that was from Dan. But it's just been really, it's immeasurable. Let's put it that way. It's been immeasurable, the connections that I've been able to build with other companies who are also affiliated with Dan. And I know that, like, okay, if this company is lining themselves up with this person who I respect so much, there's probably a lot of similarity in mentality. We're not out here like dog eat dog, I'm better than you, and my products are superior and you're trash. And, you know, you see that type of marketing. It's more like Chris at True North has fantastic products. He is absolutely crushing the social media game. I've got the utmost respect for him and Tara for doing live streams. And, you know, I have respect for Nate. I have respect for Sean. I think it's so cool that they're doing what they're doing. You know, Nate changing the game with like Hemi Squalane and airless pump top bottles and blue tansy, blue beard oil, you know, like so much cool stuff. You know, Tyson at Copper Johns landed $1 million contract. I'll never forget the day that, like, I walked into a Target, or not a Target, but a TJ Maxx in Brentwood, Tennessee. I was just in Nashville with my wife. I walked in, I saw a Copper Johns beard oil, and I was so starstruck. Like, my bro has made it, dude. Like, that's so cool. So I share the mentality of, like, that whole rising tides bring up all ships. There's plenty of bearded people out there. There's like 350 million people in America. There's no way I can sell to all the guys, right? Like, no way. I probably can't even sell to half of 1% of all the bearded guys and still be doing just fine. So I just love it, man. I genuinely, wholeheartedly get excited to see other makers succeed. And I know that that's kind of a shared mentality with the people who line themselves up as Dan's affiliates. because he's stay bearded, stay positive. You know, we don't have any room for that type of stuff. So, but yeah, man, just, I mean, if I could sum it up in a nutshell, like partnering with Dan, being able to have that access to Dan, talking to him, consultations, it's really immeasurable, the impact that it's not only had on me as a person, but also as a business owner. So,
right.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, Dan's been an idol since I started looking at, YouTube, how to.
Yeah.
He's one of the first ones. And you mentioned scuba, no BS, some of the old school guys. And man, I've always looked up to him, and I kind of want to go down that same path as them, Yeah. But man, nothing but respect for them guys. There's quite a few good reviewers out there, and we all three know quite a few, and we do the same thing too. We help each other behind the scenes, and what do you think of this idea, and what do you think of that idea, and that's not really cool, try this, and a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And yeah, we just really truly love the community and what we do, and our live streams, and just hanging out with people like you and everybody in the chats, man.
It's a lot of fun, man.
Such a good community.
Yeah, I love that. Getting advice from other people. Hey, if they find something that's working for them and they're like, hey, give this a shot, man. Like maybe this will help out. And you apply it to your brand, and boom, like you see a little increase.
Right.
It didn't hurt them for you to get a little bit of increase. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, I love that.
I could pick certain moments when I became fans of Copper John, or when I became a fan of True North, or when I became a fan of Weatherbeard. And one of what kind of hooked me is I was watching one of your lives for the first time. And I think I had one of your oils, but then you'd made a comment. Somebody from overseas was talking about buying an oil, wanted to buy some oils, but it was so expensive for the shipping. Cory tells this guy, Chief and Dino, hey, hit me up. I will instruct you and teach you how to make some oil, so you don't have to. And I'm thinking, this guy, so he's he's not wanting to just make the sale. He's really wanting to help somebody. And I was hooked from then on.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm probably the most anti-salesman that there is. I'll go live and be like, how many products are in your collection? When are you going to stop buying? Like, are you going to pump the brakes and like focus on like debt and like other things that you can spend your money on? Those products are going to go bad, don't you? And then here I am, I put out a new release. It's like, I kind of want you to pick that up, but but I get it. But I do think it's kind of funny, but I've definitely, I've helped a lot of people figure out how to make their own beard oil or start their own company, That's honestly, guy, if I'm going to just keep it 100, like the fact that Nate at Johnny Ray literally started his company because of using my products. I was supplying a barber shop in Toledo, Ohio. He was using my butter. He came to a craft show that I was doing in Toledo, met me. He was like, hey, dude, you make my beard products. And I'm thinking about getting into the beard product game because I've never used good quality products till I got a hold of yours. And I'm like, I love the idea of it. And now just seeing like how I got Nate connected to the community, him and his wife are working as a team. They've got this amazing brand. They're experiencing all this growth. Like, we're going to do some craft shows together this year. We've already rented out our Airbnb. Like, we'll be staying together, and like, I send people to his booth. He sends people to my booth. It's like a tag team thing. Like, that is just the coolest thing in the world to me, that somebody could be like, dude, I'm so inspired by your brand and what you've done. I want to try to do it myself.
Right.
Like, can you imagine being a bodybuilder at a gym and some little dude he's like, hey, dude, you inspire me so much. Like, I want to be like you someday. And then, like, of course you're going to want to help him. Like, hey, do this with the right form, don't do it like this, do it like this. You're going to get a better pump, like, you're going to want to help that guy. It's just respect, man. Like, I think that's really the key. Just us guys are out here looking for a little respect.
Speaking of gym, I'm at the gym today, seen a guy, never seen him before. He's doing some leg presses. Nice beard, ginger hair. And I kind of glanced over at him. He glanced over at me. We did that nice beard thing, one of these. So I want to BS with him for a minute. And It's like, man, you got a really nice beard. He's like, yeah, you too. So we started talking about products and stuff. He's like, yeah, I really don't use that much product. And, my beard's starting to, itch. And I really want to shave it off. We had like a 10-minute conversation, man. I said, bro, I'm going to throw some extras in my bag. I said, if I see you in here again, I'm going to give them to you. You got to use good stuff, man. If you can't pronounce the stuff that's on the label you're buying from these super centers, don't use it. And so yeah.
Oh yeah, Tyson has been following, I guess, the same page as me. There's a place called Tandem Base Moab where they just cliff jump and like throw the parachute. And I was like, that would be an amazing anniversary trip for Hannah and I at the end of June if we just like fly out there, get a weekend hotel, go to Moab, jump off a cliff together, and then come back home.
Yeah, the coming back part would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I go skydiving, but that cliff jump looks exhilarating enough.
You think you could just jump off of it?
I mean, I would. Yeah, I would 100%. I've watched enough people do it now. I've seen it so many times. Nobody's unalived yet. So they all get pretty excited. The parachute goes up, and then you just kind of glide down to the ground, slide right into the dust down there. But yeah, it'd be a lot of fun, man. I would do that.
I'm a big believer of Murphy's Law, and if something's going to happen, Murphy's going to get me. So I'm not jumping off a cliff. Not going to happen.
Yeah, that would definitely be the most like adrenaline-seeking thing I've ever done in my life. Like, I don't even like riding roller coasters just for the sake of like feeling sick. I don't think I would get sick though with that. I think it would just be like so fast, like everything would happen, and then I'd just be like smooth gliding that I could like, okay, we're good.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably have really shaky legs standing up off that edge. Like I'd be probably a little disoriented, but yeah, it would be fun. I think having a yeah, man. Tyson's awesome. Tyson has lost so much weight, you guys. He is crushing it. He's like losing 100 pounds to go skydiving. I think he's already down like 80.
Right.
Savage mode, bro. If I lost 80 pounds, I'd weigh like 60.
Mm-hmm.
I could use 80 pounds. Still wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Goodness.
Yeah, I've always been a little guy. I think I weigh like $150, $155 right now.
I'm almost 2 of you.
Yeah. That's fair. It's fair, man.
I don't know.
I stay on it though. I do stay active. I mean, I was a skateboarder in high school and kind of just kept up living an active lifestyle ever since then. Especially when I hit 30, I really started to work out and go walking and jogging and doing what I could to keep it moving. So,
right.
Yep, that's the important thing. Keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
A body in motion stays in motion, right?
Wife and I go walking at this old graveyard, and it's got a lot of hills. It's not flat at all. And you walk down for 20 minutes or so, and then you hit the bottom, and you're like, all right, babe, it's all up from here. I'm telling you, man, I really got to work on my cardio, man, because we're both like, yeah, that's rough.
That old ticker muscle, man. You can build it up just like anything else.
Wait, he's a musician too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that for a while. I was a singer-songwriter for about, 5 or 6 years. I had a little project with a guy from South Carolina who was a guitarist, and he would actually record guitar tracks, send them to me. I would download it, record the vocals over it, send that back to him, then he would master everything. It was like a little just acoustic two guy thing there for a little while when I was probably from about 17 to 23-ish.
Nice.
But yeah.
Dino, I think this is the perfect introduction to the question.
The question.
Sure.
So, if you could see any entertainer or performer, alive or dead, who would you want to see and why?
That's a loaded question. Man, the first person that came to my mind was Dallas Green from City and Color. He is an acoustic musician. He's kind of been in both genres of music. He was actually in a band called Alex is on Fire. And that was like kind of a hardcore type of band, but then he had an acoustic side project. His name is Dallas Green, and his band is City and Color. for his name. And I didn't even realize that for the longest time. I'm like, City
Right.
of Color, that's such a cool name. But then I'm like, his name is Dallas. That's a city. Green is a color. But he's an extremely talented songwriter, singer. I've seen a lot of his performances acoustically on YouTube and stuff, and it's just always really impressive. I wrote Mbop.
Mbop.
Yep, skibbity bop bop bop. Yeah, something like that.
When you were a skateboarder,
Yeah.
skateboarders listen to, let's say, off the wall kind of music. What did you listen to?
I definitely listen to a lot of hardcore and punk and screamo and like death metal and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
Do you still listen to that kind of music?
I don't. That was like why it was such a hard question for me to think of, like, who would I want to go see? Because I'm actually, even though I wrote music, sang music, it was inspired by musicians for a pretty good time of my life. Here lately, I am almost exclusively listen to like lo-fi music. That's about it. If you ever join one of my live streams while I'm packing orders, I have lo-fi playing in the background, just instrumental, mellow, calm vibes. And now, like, Dan C's doing that too. He's like, if you see that I've got my lo-fi girl playlist on YouTube, I'm in work zone. It's just
Right.
Yeah. So it's mostly instrumental stuff. I don't really listen to any new musicians. I probably haven't found a new band in, I don't know, 5 to 10 years.
Right. So when you were skateboarding, were you a Vans guy wearing Vans shoes, or were you Nikes or Adidas? What were you wearing?
I had some Vans just for casual wear. But as far as like actually going out and skating, I would wear Emerica was my preferred brand.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember some other brands of shoes. I had some Fallen shoes. There was a guy named Jamie Thomas who owned a company called Zero Skateboards. But yeah, not Etnies, but Emerica was probably my favorite shoe company.
Right.
I ripped a lot of toe seams out doing kickflips with those, man. We retired a lot of shoes.
Right.
Well, when you're at the gym and you got your headphones in, I know you're not listening to light music. What are you listening to?
I'm a psycho. I don't even bring earphones. I don't bring anything to the gym. Now, I mean, a lot of times my gym has got stuff playing anyways. Some days it's hip hop. Some days, I mean, they had Paramore on the other day, and sometimes it's NF, just they have a kind of a shuffled playlist. But yeah, I'm just that guy. I just get in the zone naturally. I don't have to have anything roaring in my ears. My old gym back in Ohio, though, it was like 100% rock and metal. Just just like pump weight and get mad, like gym's a little more laid back. So
yeah, I'm straight heavy. I got like a playlist, just angry. Yeah, getting it, man.
Yeah, if I'm gonna like push heavy weight, like I'm gonna try to max out, like that type of music probably does help. But just walking on a treadmill or like doing some curls, some like cable flies or something like that, I don't need anything super heavy.
I wish somebody would film me from a distance in the gym, because I like dance around and I shake my beard and I'm in my own zone doing me, man, having a good time. And, I don't give an F about what I look like. I'm just having a good time.
Sure. Absolutely, man.
Just getting it.
Yeah, I got a lot of guys at the gym that just like to talk to you. When you're on the hill and stuff, they'll just shoot the breeze. I usually have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Got a couple of bearded guys. I'm actually testing out some soap bars. Give me about 5 seconds. I want to show you guys. Let's just grab one of these here real quick. This is not the best, but this is like an aloe and charcoal soap bar infused with our essential oils. And it is black like my shirt. Look at that. It's camouflaged. So, but this is really cool. It does have like a little bit of a sheen. It gets some fingerprints on it when you first use it, but obviously you'll have it in the shower. That's not going to matter much. But we've been testing it out. This is my first batch. We added different levels of exfoliant. So one batch had like 1% exfoliant. One batch had 2%. One batch had 3%. I did one of each of the essential oil blends. So we had a 0, 1, 2, and 3. And we've just been kind of testing them at the house, using them scrubbing up, seeing like what do we like the best as far as the amount of grit. Is the scent strength okay? But I already knew that the bar worked really well. When we were searching for a good soap base, my wife actually found this one, and we looked around in the community. We like to be like, okay, what are other companies? What are their base? Is anyone else using this? And we only found one company that's not really in our small batch community that was selling this soap base. So we actually bought a bar of theirs and used it first, and it was in a cedar wood scent. And I really liked their soap. I was like, okay, like if that's the base they're using and I can put my stuff in that base, like let's run it. So this will be, we will get this perfected and packaged and everything by July the 7th. That'll be the launch date. And we're also going to be launching just our essential oil blend in beard wash and beard conditioner as well. So we won't just have unscented anymore. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Looking forward to that.
How big is that bar?
It's a 5-ounce bar.
That's a big one.
Pretty standard, 5 ounces. Now, the silicone mold that I bought says that it can hold up to 6 ounces, and I really wanted a 6-ounce bar, but I also don't want to fill it so full that it kind of spills over the top of the mold, and I got to deal with like getting all around all that. So I'm probably going to, I mean, I weighed all these. They're anywhere between 5 to like 5.6 ounces. So I'll just sell it as a 5-ounce bar, and you might be getting a little bit of extra. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll only be available in the EO blend of our main line. So yeah, an evergreen woods wash, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this right here is a Northern Wind soap bar. It's got that lavender and cedar in it. Fantastic.
Nice.
You know, that's actually what I'm wearing tonight is the evergreen. And, you know, I kind of slept on that one at first. It kind of sat over by itself, and I was using the other three. And because I like them so much, because I'm going to tell you guys something. During Christmas time, I go through so much pine scents, peppermint scents. I just kind of get wore out on them. So that kind of sat over there. But I put it in for the first time the other night, and I said, oh, okay. You know, so it's in again tonight. Absolutely love it, guys. Don't sleep on it.
Got a little bit of cypress and sage in there too to round it out. You know, cypress has kind of like a resinous, smoky wood type of vibe to it, and then sage has like this clean, herbaceous wood type of smell.
Right.
Appreciate you, bud.
I'm pretty excited because I ordered up. I'm a cherry fiend. I ordered up that the Door County cherry one or whatever you got. So I ordered that one up.
You'll love Door County. It actually has a lot more than the label says. It's got cherry, mulberry, cranberry, vanilla, amber, pine.
Nice.
That's like the first 6 notes, and then we blended that with Dior Homme cologne.
Okay.
So it's got a cologne-y vibe to it, but it's definitely like a berry, cranberry, cherry, mulberry. It's really sweet cologne.
Right. I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's not a me smell. I made that as a collab with Ken, Wisconsin. So it's a Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have a little bit of that left, guys. Anybody that's in here, it's 50% off until it's sold out. And I think we got about probably 75 or 80 bottles of oil left in stock.
Well, tell us about that, Corey, because I was actually going to ask that. So tell us about it. You actually have a part on your page, a section on your page that's got a 30 to 50% off section.
Yeah, so basically Orchard Breeze, Saddle Creek, Sierra Sunset, and Timber Trail. Those were the 4 fragrances that were in our main lineup. So like if you were to buy our sample kit, those scents would have come in there. But since we added the 4 essential blends, we took those 4 out. We kept the 4 scents from our fragrance line that were our best sellers. So Desert Dusk, Ember Nights, Lakeside Lodge, and Rustic Ridge. Those are the 4 that we kept. So these scents are going to be 30% off from now till the end of June, just while supplies last. We have a lot of supply, so we're not going to run out. I can assure you of that. There's no FOMO, so you have at least 2 months if anybody wanted to put in a purchase. But after June 30th, when we go to July 1st, we're just going to remove those products from the website because we don't want to keep 30% off products for the rest of the year. We will still sell those wholesale. So like a lot of our barber shops, gift shops, and all that. All right, Tyson, have a good night, brother. But we're going to continue to sell those wholesale just to continue to move through some of the labeling that we have. But we really want the second half of the year to just be focusing on the main line that we do have, plus the limited edition essential oil blends that we'll be releasing from August through December. So just kind of getting people used to the EO side of things, kind of gently, okay, we're 50% off the collabs. Those are gone. 30% off the old main line. Those are gone. Now we have just 4, and every month there's a new EO. So if you're curious about trying a new Weatherbeard smell, it's going to be all natural and essential oil based. And then by the end of the year, the 4 fragrance oil options that we have will also, we'll do like a BOGO sale and then maybe follow that up with a clearance in the new year, move it over to a different tab. So like everything can be 100% all natural essential oil by 2026.
Cory, I keep seeing comments. Door County is awesome. Door County is fire. Tell us the scent profile and why it's so good and everybody likes it.
Yeah, that's the one I was just talking about. So cranberry, mulberry, cherry, vanilla, amber, and pine. So the concept behind the scent was the fact that Ken and Mel both love Christmas time so much. So that's where the pine and the mulberry and the cranberry and like kind of creating that mistletoe vibe. And then, but we didn't want it to be just a sweet berry forward scent. We wanted it to be kind of like a masculine, this is what dad could wear on Christmas morning type of smell. So I'm like, how do I make a Christmas cologne? And then I found like a fresh and woodsy cologne base to kind of mix that with and offset the sweetness. But it's still sweet. I mean, vanilla, amber, cranberry, mulberry, and cherry is going to have some sweetness to it.
Right.
But yeah, we still got lots of these little travel sprays too. So if you end up loving it, Dino, and you want to blow up the room with it, get you one of these and carry it.
I'm gonna have to stock up before the end of June, so I'm gonna put in another order.
Yeah, you got between now and the end of June to get it, and then I think that'll probably be gone between now and the end of June. I mean, at 50% off, I'm probably selling at least 3 to 5 bottles a day, just in my normal orders. People are like, "Oh, that's on clearance. I'm gonna snag that." So, yeah, they're selling pretty quick. Hey, John and his chicken, man. Shout out to that chicken. I'm glad that chicken likes Timber Trail, man. John keeps in mind because that chicken keeps talking in his ear.
Chief, you did a review today, and I won't say the company right now, but you did a review today and talking about a kind of a milder leather scent in there. I don't know if you've tried from Weatherbeard Supply Co. If you've tried Saddle Creek, it also has a mild leather, very, very masculine. Love it. And it's one of them when you smell out a bottle, again, it's one of them smelled out a bottle. I set it aside, and then the first time I wore it, it's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, got it right here. Grabbing, I stole a sniff from somebody's bottle, but to me, what I get is just a really light, crisp, floral with like a woodsy leather undertone. So full transparency, I didn't create that scent. That's Tom Ford, a Hombre leather. So that was just one that I was like, hey, if I'm going to have a leather scent, I want it to be a leather scent that has proven by the masses. This is very widely accepted as being a good leather smell.
Right.
And sure enough, a lot of people do really, really enjoy it. For people that are looking for a leather scent, I think it finds that balance where it's not like, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I have experienced this. Every leather scent that I've ever bought, smelled, or made, leather is the dominant note every time. It's just like leather with citrus. But it's just, you get that, Dan always described it as like a chlorine type of smell almost, because it's that synthetic leather vibe.
Yes.
But this one was when I was like, okay, I can smell the leather, but it's not just cracking me in the nose. So I really liked that.
Right.
Now, all my other scents, I did pre-blend those and, mixed them all up. But that's one of the just straight cologne vibes that we went with. So.
And Cory knows this, Chief and Dino, but the company that I work for, and you may see some of the shirts I wear sometime, is Saddle Creek. That's so great. for a gift for my coworkers, I bought them some Saddle Creek oil. And I just bought 2 colognes when Cory had them on sale. And the Saddle Creek I gave to my big boss because he loved it so much. And he just loves the idea of it just being named Saddle Creek. So
that stuff that right there just humbles me so much, man, to think like somebody's buying my products to give it to someone else because they value it so much. Like, this is so good, I want you to have it.
Well, that and I will tell you,
You know,
like you said, full disclosure, it's tough to just give some of this stuff away.
yeah. It's good stuff, man.
Right.
I appreciate all you guys in the chat too, dropping all the comments. I wish I could address you all, but
Hey, it's your show.
hey, man, I'm just here until you guys kick me off, man. I'll sit here and hang out.
Well, you know, we got comments like this, Chief. Black Manor. Just want to say Cory is an awesome human being. He helps me so much. I'm so grateful for him. You know, and you see that same sentiment is what we're talking about at the beginning of the show throughout the conversations we've seen tonight. So, you know, Cory, I really hope you do understand how much that you do mean to the community and how much you do help people. I know sometimes we can kind of get in our own shell and think, hey, you know, am I really making a difference? Am I really, you know, reaching people? Am I really, you know, we can honestly say, I think all three of us can honestly say, yes, you're making a huge difference and we appreciate you.
Right.
I appreciate that too, man. To me, hey, there's my mama wearing my hoodie. Look at that. She got the Weatherbeard hoodie on in the photo too. Can you guys see the similarity? Let me put myself over the photo there. But yeah, I'll tell you, success means different things to different people. All right. Success to some people when they start business, it's like, man, when I'm able to make $1 million a year and I'm able to hire people and I don't have to touch a product and man, everybody's doing it for me and I'm the big dog at the top collecting the check, that's when I'll be successful. That's not my definition of success, you know? Like, hey, taking the first step and being like, hey, I have my own business. That's a success because I did what I intended to do. Right. And my intention, like just as a human being, I always live by that saying, you know, nobody's going to remember me for the amount of money that I made or the car that I drove or how cool it was to come to my house. You know, if I ever get a really nice house and it's all done over and wow, it's just everything he had was so nice. Like, but they'll remember you for the way that you made them feel. Like, right. Allow somebody to feel seen and heard and respected and like, hey, I want to help you do better.
Right.
I remember all the people who have done that for me. You know, I can look back and all the people who have done reviews and tagged me in a post and shared something like, hey, Cory's doing great things over here. You know, like, if I can get that feeling from what people are like, why would I not just want to like give that right back out? Right.
Right.
It just makes sense to me. Just help people out. Like Chris said earlier, humans helping humans, just help people.
Right.
Man, I've been smiling through this whole thing, man. Just what a good vibe. What a good aura, man. I love it.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Hey, Ken Sconson, I was watching TV a week or so ago and commercial come on and I heard his voice. I didn't see his face, but I heard his voice. And I told my wife, I got all excited. I said, I know that dude. Holy crap, I know that dude. You know, he made it. Good for him. I'm so happy.
That is awesome. Was he on a Skull Shaver commercial?
I think it was. I can't remember.
It had to be. It had to be. Unless
yeah.
Ken started some tycoon business on the side I don't know about. But yeah, he was actually on the side of the box at Walmart.
I remember.
Like, that is so cool, man. Like, that's like, I was starstruck like seeing Tyson's product at a TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Like next to all this other stuff, Copper Johns, it's right there. Like, I almost wanted to just swipe all the bottles off the shelf and be like, I got the last of the collection at TJ Maxx.
Oh, my goodness.
This is my good stuff.
But Dino, you know what's so cool about that? You know, we're talking about that, Chief and Dino, that, you know, about Ken Sconson and Tyson. You can still reach out to those guys today and they'll talk to you. You know, they don't, you know, they don't see it that way. Yeah. And Ken will still reach out and just say, hey, what's going on, man? Just wanted to see how you're doing. And Tyson, same thing. And that's I love this community so much.
Oh yeah, I think the perception that a lot of people have might make them think that I'm just like overwhelmingly busy all the time and you're bothering me. And I'm like, bro, if you knew, like, I'm pretty efficient with this. Like, I probably spend 1 to 3 hours on any given day working at the shop. most of my time is just, like I said, just responding to people on social media, having a conversation with another owner, and just doing what we're doing. Cory is totally going EO. Yes. So by the end of the year, we are going to be doing a clearance sale on anything that we have left for fragrance oil. And then we will be introducing a brand new main lineup with 4 new mainline blends of essential oil for our mainline beard care that will come in our beard oil sample kit, which, by the way, is $10 off. Just started running that promotion last night for like some ads that we're running. That's another thing I'll ask. If any of you guys have tried my brand and you enjoy it and you see an ad running on Facebook or Instagram, drop a comment on that sponsored post. Just be like, hey, I've tried this and I love it. Or, I've talked with Cory and he's like super nice guy, or whatever. Because you guys know how it is. If you see an ad for a product that's like, hey, that's really cool and interesting, you go straight into the comments. Like, right. What questions are people asking? Is anyone saying this is an amazing product? Did it help their problem that I'm trying to solve? So like right. The more comments and interaction. And I think that it also allows like Facebook and Instagram to kind of learn like, oh, these are the type of people who enjoy this brand. We're going to start showing it to people that are similar to these guys. Maybe right. Some people that are in a bunch of other beard groups on Facebook, right? So,
exactly.
Yep.
That helps. Every little comment, like, or whatever you can do to interact with it. Now you'll start seeing more of my ads too. So I'm sorry about that, but we're trying to get exposure,
Right.
Got to do it somehow.
Cory, you mentioned you're switching to EOs, and a lot of companies are. Is there a reason why they had bird oil, and they kind of everybody's phasing a little bit out of bird oil, and then the fragrance and EOs, they're swinging more towards the essential. Is there a reason? Can you tell us why that's happening?
I would say that number one, a lot of trends come and go, but all natural. If you think about it like this, okay, if I offer 100% plant-based, all natural, non-synthetic, I not only get to sell to the people who already enjoy my like stronger, longer lasting fragrance stuff. They're going to buy this all natural stuff, but there are a massive amount of people out there who are only going to put plant-based, all natural skincare on their face and on their skin. But they will not touch it if it says fragrance, because they're like, that's chemicals. You don't know what that is. That could be carcinogenic. I don't know. I want to see that this is peppermint and lavender essential oil, and then I'll feel confident to buy it. So you think not only is the average consumer, there's people out there that are like that, that means that there are also wholesale opportunities, barber shops and gift shops and boutiques, and maybe they're a premium skincare mom and pop shop. And they don't want to carry anything that's not all natural, plant-based, minimal ingredients, clean skincare.
Right.
So it's going to open the market a lot. And, what politics aside, the whole Make America Healthy Again movement has already started seeing some implications with like food dyes. Like even like Steak and Shake started using beef tallow to cook their French fries in instead of seed oils. And so I think that as this progresses, things will become a little bit more, people will become more aware of like, maybe I shouldn't just put anything. Like Dr. Squatch ran a fantastic campaign about, you're going to put that toxic goop on your body and, what is that doing to you? And all of a sudden guys are like, hey, maybe what I'm washing my body with does matter. And I mean, we all do that, not saying that fragrance oils are toxic. You can totally use them in the right way. But there is just a stigma and a mindset. And if you have that all natural side of things, it's going to appeal to a lot more people just in general. So that's kind of the reason why we're keeping that 50% fragrance this year, 50%, so that like people can be like, okay, I still can get my favorite best-selling scent from them, like Lakeside Lodge, but I kind of want to try this Northern Wind too. And it's a little bit lighter and I kind of like wearing it at nighttime, So figuring out a way to work those lighter scents into your routine, if you will. But another thing about essential oils, and the reason why we're switching, is because they actually do have benefits to the skin and hair. Antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal. They can stimulate blood flow to the base of the follicle. They can, do a lot of different things, and they have good properties to them. They're lighter weight, so they tend to be a little bit faster absorbing. And the fragrance does dissipate a little quicker. So a lot of people, again, like migraines, people that get headaches from strong fragrances. I've had a lot of reviews on my website that are not 5-star reviews. Like, well, I like this smell, but it's way too strong and it gives me a headache or it irritates my eyes or whatever. So I know that if those people exist, there's probably millions more who are just like, I don't want a strong, long-lasting all-day scent. And I would rather err on the side of having a light scent. If it's not something that you are particularly crazy about, would you rather have a really, really strong version of that scent or like a lighter version? Like, I'll take the light version and maybe I'll mix it with something else that I have so I can still use the product, right? But if it's just overwhelming strong and you don't like it, you're never going to find a place to use it. You're going to give it away. So I would rather err on the side of lighter, faster fading, maybe something you can wear at nighttime or mix it with something else and kind of like smother it down a little bit and actually use it. So, but yeah, there's a lot of reasons why.
We talk all the time, and I think we're the punch in the face kind of guys a little while ago. We like that strong scent, but all three of us are like, we're switching over a little bit. Our gears are shifting into a different gear. I think we're going with that. I don't care. It's so harsh and, you know, that slap in the face. I want, excuse me, frog in my throat. I want that EO scent, you know, and I don't want it to be there all day.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I'm finding. And what is like a really common, I guess, testimony is a lot of people in this small batch community that are trying some brands that are offering the EO alternatives. They're like, I like this. Like, I can notice a feel and beard difference even between the fragrance line and the essential line. And I like wearing it at nighttime or maybe on the weekends when I ain't got nothing going on. It's kind of nice to have a light scent. But I think that, to me, I compare it to like drinking soda, right? Look at Santa Tom drinking his water. I've been sipping water here too. But if you go from drinking 6 cans of soda every day to just cutting it out cold turkey, and now all of a sudden you're drinking LaCroix, right? You're drinking a bubbly alternative. It's no sugar. Drink that LaCroix for a month and then go back and try to drink yourself a 32-ounce big gulp soda. You're like, ugh. Oh, this is so sweet. It's so much. It's so hard on my stomach. And I almost feel like that's kind of like deodorants or any natural product. It's like I get used to this lighter scent. Maybe I wear nothing but EOs for a whole week or 2 weeks. And then I go back and I put that leather cologne stuff on my face. It's like, wow. Like, it kind of wakens up your senses. It's like people who smoke cigarettes all the time. Your senses kind of dull to that smell. I think the same thing has happened in the beard care world, is that strong, complex, long-lasting, the stronger it is, the better quality fragrance they're using. Like, that's the good stuff. That's kind of been the mantra. And so, like, I think people have gotten so used to really strong, long-lasting scents that the lighter stuff just doesn't appeal as much, or it's like that's lower quality, or it's lesser. They're trying to skimp out on fragrance because they're trying to make more money. And I'm like, no, I could buy a 1-pound bottle of agar wood essential oil for $600, and I can buy 10 pounds of Lakeside Lodge fragrance for like $180.
Right.
Okay? Like, the cost difference, it ain't nothing to do with that. And quality and sourcing, you know what I mean? Like, the benefits of the essential oils, the cost of it, it is more expensive to make products that are lighter scented with essential oils than the strong and long lasting stuff.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think that that's kind of been a really common theme. People that have started to work the EOs in are like, I don't know, I'm just having like better beard days. I like the way it feels. I'm kind of getting used to it. And then the other stuff seems a little stronger to me. I'm not reaching for it as often. And it's not like we're herd mentality. It's just genuine experience.
Right.
It's not like I'm only doing this because everyone else is. Like, no, like I have a couple products and these are the ones that I reach for. And so that's what I was doing. Full transparency. Now, I was using Dr. Nick's. I was using Johnny Ray. I was using 8-Bit. And I was kind of going in a rotation there. And I'm like, man, I need to make my own EO stuff because this is awesome. Like Sean's Soda Tap. It smells like root beer. That is awesome. It's so good. And then Nate's got Frankenmuth with that like peppermint blue tingle. It's just,
I love it.
You get a cold or you're going to go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankenmuth is so good.
I had to make my own stuff. And so, yeah, there you go. See, unscented. We sell a lot of unscented. Like, it's actually in the rank of all like 8 of my mainline scents. It's number 9. But like, as far as sales, it's probably either like 3 or 4.
Wow.
Unscented. Yeah, we move a
No
lot
kidding.
a lot of guys out there, maybe they're hunting, fishing. They're just like, I don't want to smell like nothing out there. So
Right.
there you go. See, everybody likes different things, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said,
You're never going to have a market that goes all essential. And that's the beautiful thing about this, is that you can rock with the companies that you rock with.
Yeah.
yeah, Brad says 8 hours. I was that guy too a little while ago. I wanted you to know what I was wearing. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards the lesser scent now.
It makes sense though. Like, as far as from a spending money standpoint, I can get it. The mentality of most dudes is like, okay, can I get the 5-in-1 thing? Can I get the beard oil that also doubles up as a cologne so that I don't have to go to Macy's and spend $100? Like, if I can get compliments on my beard oil, sure, why not? Let's get that strong stuff. So I can see that too. Appreciate that, Manny. Appreciate it, man.
Well,
Manny,
Santa,
I love that citrus hollow as well. Yes, sir, Chief.
Santa, we got to wrap up. We got Beard of Respect coming on here in about 35 minutes ish.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
We'll start winding it down right now, guys. Remember, the Beard of Respect comes on, like Chief said, here in just a little bit. They have Scotty B's Beard Care. Make sure you guys tune in to check them out, and remember to check us out next week where we have Coon Supply on the show. So we are looking forward to that. Cory, I cannot thank you enough. I am a huge admirer, not only of your company, but of you as well, sir. And you mean a lot to all 3 of us. And I'm excited for the Dino to get his products here in the mail. So I'm excited to hear his thoughts on it. And, you said something today that just made me think. You said a little bit ago, but you said it today on your live show about how many times do we skip over ads, or that when we get a product in and there's a review that we just don't even think about leaving a review, and how much that helps the company out.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys remember these companies that are out there. We see the end results, but we don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that goes behind where he's sitting right there, right? Unless you tune into obviously Cory's show, then you can see it firsthand. But we appreciate it. Hey, Cory, tell Hannah we said hello. We hope one day that she will join us on the show as well. But
that ain't gonna happen. But
right.
she's been here in the chat. She's hanging out. So
good deal. Dino, any final thoughts, sir?
Just want to say thanks for coming on, Cory. I do try to catch your lives as much as I can, but I work during the day, and sometimes on the sales floor I can't get to it. But I do try to check them out, because no matter what kind of day I'm having, if I watch your live, you put me in a good mood and you make me smile, because it's like therapeutic watching you do the one I caught that was really cool was when you were making liquid butters and pouring them. It was like really therapeutic watching. Yeah. So you always put a smile on my face, put me in a good mood. Thank you for coming on. Pleasure, and I'm so grateful I get to call you a brother now, and can't wait to try your products when I get them in.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you a couple of free samples in there of our essential oil blends too, so you can give one a try. Maybe like an Arctic Chill, that's Santa Tom's favorite, and then I'll give you a Northern Wind, something to like put on at nighttime before bed.
Sure.
That'll be your go-tos for the EOs.
There we go. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I want to ditto everything that these 2 just said, and I'm going to go on later tonight and Dan C 10. I'm going to use that code, get a couple things. I want to try that Door County.
Yeah.
So everybody else, everybody's in there.
$10 right now.
Yeah,
11.
saying how good it is.
Like
we're very humbled to have you on the show. You're a great energy, a good human. I love watching your lives. Just appreciate you taking time out of your day to come in and hang out with us.
I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to schedule me in, man. It's awesome. I'm like I said, all I did today, man, I worked out. I went to the grocery store, and that's about it. I packed a couple orders, and then I'm like, hey, I get to hang out tonight. So probably going to go home and watch a brand new episode of our favorite YouTube channel, Adventure Archives. It's like a hiking show, and they just put out a new episode. So, yeah. Go lay
Good
down.
deal.
Lay down.
You guys make sure you check out Tactical Santa. Make sure you check out the Bearded Chiefs YouTube channel. Support them. Go to Weatherbeard Supply Co. or supply.com and use DanC10. Get you some great products, guys. You won't be disappointed. And let me know what you think about it. If you have any questions, please reach out to Corey. He'd be more than happy to help you, or reach out to one of us. We'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction, guys. We want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming and joining us tonight. We appreciate you so much, more than you'll ever know. Guys, remember that this world could use a little kindness, so be kind to one another. And as always, keep Christmas in your heart all year round. See you guys next week.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.